Last video ended with a problem. The AI inspector I hired to catch design violations started prescribing them. Centering the most common habit on the internet showed up in the inspector's own report. So the obvious question is that this model's problem or every model's problem? There's only one way to find out. Audition new eyes. And one of the candidates was about to quietly delete my favorite font and teach me the most important lesson of the series so far. Candidate 1, Meta's Llama 3.2 vision, 11 billion parameters, bigger than my current eyes. It's been sitting on my hard drive for weeks, 7.8 gigabytes downloaded and ready. It won't load, and here's the thing, that's not a bug on my machine. The tool everyone uses to run local models rebuilt its engine, and the new engine doesn't support this model's architecture. That's not me guessing, it's in their own release notes, not yet supported. Whether it ever comes back is an open question. Right now, this model runs nowhere I can reach. And the part nobody explains, local means the file is on my disk, but a model file is just frozen numbers. It can't run itself. It needs an engine, the projector to its film reel, and the engine has to specifically support the model's architecture. So the reel is mine, on my shelf, and right now, no projector in the building takes it. Here's the story, and it's a perfect slice of what local AI actually is. This model used to run here. The old engine supported it through custom patches that never made it into wider ecosystems. Then the engine got rebuilt and the new one shipped without it, not yet supported. In their own notes, no timeline, no promises. Meanwhile, the official model page still lists it. The download still works, all 7.8 gigabytes of it. It's a model in near perfect condition that currently runs. Nowhere I can point my computer. The model is on my disk right now, a 7 gigabyte monument to software that used to exist. Nobody makes videos about this part. This is half of local AI. Candidate 2, Google's Gemma 3, 12 billion parameters. Vision built in, runs natively, and her first audition run answered last video's open question immediately. Remember how the old eyes saw my section dividers and said put boxes around the sections? Wrong, my style uses thin horizontal lines, not boxes. Gemma looked at the same screenshot and said, horizontal rule, correct, first try. And her report came back in half the time. Bigger eyes, better eyes, faster eyes. Audition over, right? Not quite. Look at the red she prescribed for my accent. At a glance, honestly, it's pretty close. You might not catch it, but put them against each other and there's a seam. The color she picked runs cooler and pinker. Different hex, different color, and it's not house red. And that pretty close is exactly the problem. She didn't misread the code. She can't read it at all. Vision models see pixels, not code. When Gemma looks at my red, she's doing what you do with a paint chip across the room, estimating. And her estimate came out confident, specific, formatted like a fact, and almost right, which when it ships to production unquestioned, it's just a slower way of being wrong. Next run, she did it twice, invented a warmer beige for my background and a pink for my accent. And here's the eerie part, run her again, same screenshots, and she prescribes the exact same wrong colors, word for word. These aren't random errors. At low temperature, hallucination are reproducible. She doesn't guess. She has convictions. The wrong ones. And remember the chain of command from last video? The brief outranks the notes. Watch what the coder did with Gemma's fiction. The button shift in lawful red. The law won. The background shift in Gemma's invented beige. The law lost. Same run, same coder, same rule, obeyed once and ignored once. Write this one down because it's the finding of the whole series so far. A small AI follows rules sometimes, the same rule in the same run, obeyed here, ignored there. And a law that only holds sometimes isn't really a law, it's a suggestion. Then Gemma prescribed a font, Helvetica Neue, Helvetica, Arial. The problem is my house font is Archivo. It's installed on my machine. It's the very first font every page Vapor has ever coded. And here's the kicker. It's very likely what Gemma was literally looking at in the screenshot when she wrote the instruction. So why did she report something different? Because the eyes can't read font names out of pixels. Same problem as colors. She sees letter forms. She matches them to the most famous font in that style family. Archivo was designed in the same tradition as Helvetica. Clean, neutral, no nonsense. To her eyes, they're the same face, so she named the famous one, formatted it like a specification, and moved on. And with no chain of command stopping her, the coder obeyed. Archivo got deleted from the code and replaced with Gemma's guess at it. Here's the receipt, and this is my favorite piece of the evidence in the whole series. The browser will tell you which font actually painted the pixels. An early page before the eyes existed rendered in Archivo. The page after Gemma's revision rendered in Arial because her replacement stack leads with two fonts my computer doesn't even have, so it falls all the way down to Arial. My real font was rendering fine all along until the eyes looked right at it, misidentified it, and overrode it. The colors, the fonts, one lesson, the eyes estimate, and an estimate dressed up as a specification is the most dangerous kind of wrong because everything downstream treats it as fact. One more thing, because receipts cut both ways. I only caught this because I checked. My first theory about this font was wrong too. I assumed it wasn't installed at all. 30 seconds in the settings menu killed that theory and found the real one. Verify before you believe, including yourself. The audition verdict? The old eyes, faster reports, but prescribed centering in 3 straight runs. It becomes a signature. Gemma has sharper perception, correct on structure, twice the speed after the format fixes, never once prescribed centering, and events color with total confidence. Gemma gets the job, but here's the real conclusion. Every set of eyes has a signature flaw. One centers everything, one imagines colors, and that's not bad luck. They all learned it from the same internet. So each one arrives with its own version of the internet habits already baked inside it. You don't fix that by hiring a third inspector. A third inspector learned from the same place, and you just be adding one more opinion with the same blind spots baked in. You fix it with something that's never learned anything at all, something that can't have habits, something that can't have opinions, and something that can't drift. Next video, I stop asking AI to enforce rules and make the rules enforce themselves.